Okay, we are back with Coriolis, the Third Horizon campaign. This is the I always put it so far away. This is the first part of the Emissary Lost campaign, which we're getting to. We kind of did the prequel before. The crew has arrived at the Coriolis station after having quite an adventure, having been sent on basically a rescue mission with many other people on the repurposed cruise liner, the Ghazali. There was an incident, possibly an accident, that caused the ship to spiral out and nearly, well, not nearly, it definitely went into the star near the portal station there in Harami. Uh, the crew of the Sacred Oasis, our PCs here, managed to come out of this as quite heroes, rescuing some 100 people or maybe more from practically certain death. Of course, not everybody thinks they're heroes, but we'll see. In any case, getting authorization, they were able to jump back to the portal towards the Coriolis station as they have an appointment to be on the talk show, very famous talk show in the morning in about a day or so. So we'll have you guys kind of flying into. Well, you dropped off one member of your crew, Rahman, the pilot. So I guess who's the backup pilot? I think probably Cyrus is, right? So Cyrus is probably piloting the ship. You guys have essentially you're in what's called the net, which is the area around the Coriolis station where ships wait to be loaded and unloaded. Because you don't stay in the docks all the time necessarily. And yeah, we'll start there. You guys can intro your characters, and we'll tell us a little bit about them, and then we'll figure out what things you want to do today as you come into the Coriolis space station. I will start with that would be Rahman, who I already did. So I will start with Crystal's character, Cyrus. I should say. Tell us about your character, Crystal, and what's going on with them currently.
Um, Cyrus is currently flying the ship into port um, and kind of arguing with the computer, who is telling her that the ship is balanced. But she feels like the drive core is a little bit heavy, and she believes that the iridium dorsals are offline and that they need to be recalibrated. Um, but he won't quite listen to her as Dacian is. So yeah, today I am a pilot, but usually Cyrus is the ship engineer. So maybe she's just not as good as flying the ship as her friend usually is.
Excellent. Okay, Nikki, tell us about your character. Tell us about Amira.
Amira is the captain of the Sacred Oasis, and she is going to check on her apartment that she has on the station. Her buddy is Saeed, and they are best friends, almost like brother and sister. Saeed is her bodyguard, as she was a former courtesan, which is why she has a fancy apartment on the station. She is a little bit worried that because our cryo units were shorted out, so she'll have to talk to Cyrus about getting those fixed. And she knows she has to be ready for this morning show tomorrow and try to handle the media. So that's kind of what she's thinking as she's going about her day, trying to be as media savvy as she can. And that is Amira.
Excellent. And Mike, tell us about Saeed.
Saeed is the gunner of the Sacred Oasis, as Nikki said. Best friends with Amira. They've been together for a long time, and a professional relationship turned into a solid friendship. Um, and so there's a part of him that still is very protective of her and also very protective of the crew. And so he's going to make sure that he is around her wherever she's going. He always gives her freedom to go and do what she wants, but he has no problem just being a shadow to her.
Excellent. So we'll say, off camera or whatever you want to say, you guys had dropped off all the passengers. I guess that's when you realized the cryo unit was messed up. You had brought in several wounded. Also, Brother Ramaz, who you had met on the Ghazali, he was part of the medical crew that helped, save as many of the irradiated people as possible. Kind of a religious servant of religion. He is a part of the Order of the Pariah. They sent him back here, though, even though he was trying to help people on the other station for his kind of political pull, because he's got some connection here. So he needed to get back here to see if he could get more supplies and such sent to the. Sorry, I said Harambe, but it's Hamura, right? Hamura station. So, anyways, it's the station that you guys came from. You'll never go back there. No, Hammurabi, right? Because Hammurabi is
Hammurabi. Yep.
Yeah, Hamura is the system. The Hammurabi station is where you guys were. Luckily, in this next part, I know how to say the name of the station, Coriolis, because it's the name of the game. So we're good there. So you guys have basically dropped them off and then kind of cycled back, I said, to the net for now. Unless you want to already be on the station heading to your apartments, Amira, that's up to you. Where you'd like to be at this moment. Like, what's going on? We'll say that you're in the early evening cycle. There's four kind of segments to the day on the Coriolis station to kind of break it up for station, and you're kind of going into the evening one. So you've got 12 hours or a little bit more maybe before you have to get to this morning show on the Spire. Yeah.
Okay.
Nana Alades. She is part of the bulletin, and it's a huge talk show. They have a pretty major share of something like a 20% share. So it's probably going to be good for the crew, hopefully, if all goes well. So is there anything so did you want to be? Let's place everybody. You're I guess Sarah currently is back out on the ship, but is Amira on Coriolis station currently, or is she on the ship?
Yeah, she'd be on the station
with the crew. Okay. And how about Saeed? Did Saeed get off and get on the station at this point, or is he coming over in the morning?
Yeah, Saeed will be on station.
Okay. Yeah, you said Cyrus was going to stay on the ship, right, Crystal, for now? Or did you want the ship?
No, that was before I knew stuff. So I'll say I have a apartment I'm going to or whatever.
Okay.
You said Saeed, but in my head it said Cyrus, so that's why I was going to speak over Mike. And so my bad.
No problem. No problem. All right, so we'll just say that because your ship is as an artificial intelligence, it's not the most stable artificial intelligence, but Dasan is not bad. That's what you get for when there's that discount rack in the artificial intelligence store, and that's where you got it from. So, but it will say that Dasan, the artificial intelligence of your ship, is able to fly back out to the net and stay out there until you need the ship to come back. So, because it's much cheaper to do that, unless you want to dock right on the station, you could do that as well. Docking on the station is about triple the price. So, but you'll be able to get off faster. It really kind of into what you're doing.
I mean, I can pilot the ship back if we need to do that. I mean, what? How does that work? Do I take a shuttle or something to get back to the station, or?
Nope. No. If you fly the ship to the net and connect out there, you're on the ship. You don't have a shuttle, as far as I know. Do you guys have a shuttle? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
No. So what you would do normally for your ship? I mean, obviously this is the first time in play that we're doing this, but I would imagine, and you can correct it. Obviously it's up to you guys. I would imagine that you probably park it on the net because it's cheaper. And then you drop the ship, you get off the ship, and the artificial intelligence flies out to the net. It shouldn't be that often that you have to evacuate the station quickly, but if for some reason you wanted to be, have the ship there, you could do it. It would just be much more expensive because obviously you're taking up loading space.
Do they have a port service, like a port taxi?
No.
That we could get, just take a taxi in from the net.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. It doesn't say anything about that in the book, but I'll say sure. Why not? Yeah, sure.
If if the AI can fly
Yeah.
it, I don't care. Just let the AI do it.
Yeah, there's any number of
I
ways you
trust
could do it.
Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, there's any number of ways you can do it. I guess the main thing here, and it's not really an issue at this moment, just so you know for future, is that if you park it on the net, it'll take time to get the ship in and then dock it and has to wait for a spot. Whereas if you pay for a dock right on the station, you'll always have your ship right there. But again,
Okay.
I don't think that matters to you at this moment. I mean, you don't have any reason to think you need to get off the station quickly.
Right.
I would assume
don't-
we'd parked it in the net in the past, so.
Yeah, that's probably what you do. I mean, that's what I would imagine most people do. Because to pay for a spot like right up there all the time would be very expensive, and because it's for loading and unloading basically. So in any case, that just it's always good to work out the details when we first get in, because at some point this will become relevant, I'm sure. So,
I'm sure.
and yes, I'll say that if you want to go out there, instead of having Dasan fly the ship in to pick you up, you could always take some kind of a taxi. There's probably shuttles that you can pay somebody a few beer to get out there to your ship. So no problem. You can definitely do that. You'll just have to bring an
Oh,
excess.
so exactly what I said a while ago. Cool. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. It's not actually in the book, but fine. What you're saying makes sense. Yes. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so you guys are going to your rooms. Anything specifically you want to do tonight? Or do you just want to go to this thing in the morning? Is there anything you want to, any work that you want to handle or anything before you...
Cyrus wasn't invited to the thing in the morning, right?
That's right.
No, I said no. But I would ask you about the cryo units and what you think it would take to fix them. Because they've been shorted out.
That's right.
I mean, I'll look into that before I leave so I can get the parts or whatever I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a roll or something, Daniel?
Yeah, I mean, you can make a technology roll, sure.
Okay.
See how to evaluate it.
No, I failed.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure. Typically with a large repair like that, like, I mean, you'll probably be there looking over the shoulder of whoever's doing it, but you're going to go into like a repair port, it's not like something you can just do yourself, because the ship has to actually be like put into port to be repaired. Plus you also have that hull damage, which again, you couldn't really actually fix. That needs to be fixed in a repair station, so.
So, like, I mean, how will that, like, can Dacine fly it to, like, a repair station, or do I need to do that, or?
Yeah, I would imagine that that probably the captain or you or whoever would want to go discuss with whoever's repairing the ship. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, then I would just tell the captain, I can't tell, can't tell exactly what the problem is. There's no telling how long it would really take to fix it. I guess you'll have to discuss that with Tex in port.
Okay. I trust in your wisdom on these matters, Cyrus, so we can do that.
And I'm sure you can get a better price than I can.
Perhaps that's true.
Okay. Did you want to bring the ship in now? Is that something you want to do like right away? It will take. I mean, you would know. You don't know any. You don't know for sure, but you know it would take days to fix it for sure. And once you drop the ship off, you basically don't have the ship. So I don't know if you want to have the ship handy for anything you want to do locally first, or if you just want the ship fixed.
Oh, no, I think I don't think we're going to need, I don't know, obviously, but I don't think we're going to need the cryo units right away. So.
Yeah, only if you jump out of the if you go through a portal, you need them. Otherwise, And actually, just again, kind of out of character, in a pinch, like Cyrus could with a check, like make it work. It would just not be perfect. But they're definitely not. You wouldn't want to take passengers, that's for sure. But if it was risky and you had to do it, Cyrus could make it work with a good check. So you're not completely screwed. But okay, yeah. So you'll wait. All right, so you go back. You're on the Coriolis space station. I guess tell us about your place. What's your place like? Amira, since you probably had the longest to think about it because you already knew you had a place. I won't throw it on the other two who just found out they had places right now. So, what's your place like? Give us a
The
little
best word to
rundown.
describe Amira's apartment would probably be sumptuous. Yes, I like that word, so that's what we're gonna
All
use. um, it's not huge. It's not a very big place. It's a 2-bedroom. Um, she has an extra bedroom, of course, for Saeed for when he has to stay. She doesn't make you sleep on the couch.
Oh, well, that's nice of you.
Right? Or for any other guests she might have.
Right.
Um, fully outfitted with the latest technology in the kitchen. Has a very nice sitting room with colorful carpets and silk pillows and stuff strewn on the floor for people to sit and take their ease. Um, her bedroom is well appointed with a big canopy bed, and that's her apartment.
Nice. How does Saeed live? I feel like there's going to be contrast here.
Yes. Well, Saeed's apartment or place is actually probably going to be like a coffin apartment. I imagine if I'm going to bring the armor on board the station, I'm hoping Amira would allow that to be stored in the guest room. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, he's just going to want something that he can be comfortable at night if Amira wants her privacy, then he's quite all right with just a little coffin that he can sleep in.
Okay, fair enough. How about Cyrus? What's your place like?
Sorry. um, Cyrus, basically, like, it wouldn't even, like, most people probably wouldn't even call it an apartment. It mostly looks like a small, like, shack, or kind of like more like a big garage or something, like small garage. Um, there's a little place like in the corner where there's like a little shed kind of built up that has like a bed and stuff in it, and then there's like a over sort of in that vicinity. There's like a place where like she can eat and do what she needs to do. Throughout the whole place itself, though, the main area is mostly just like big and uh, like, I mean, it would be empty if it weren't for all of the random tools and blueprints and half finished, contraptions here and there that she has made during her uh, whenever she's takes her breaks. Um, as she comes in, she kind of uh, she she kind of like is looking about and kind of trying to remember, like, basically what the last thing she was working on. And she walks over to like this kind of big machine, and she's like, oh yeah, the marble bouncer, I like that one. And then she whistles uh, out into the room, and this little robotic dog comes out from a pile of dirty old laundry from somewhere, wagging its tail, saying, "Hello, master. Good to see you." And she says, "Hey, K9, give me something to drink, please." And the little dog wags its tail and goes off to get her something to drink.
Okay, cool. So is it more like a workshop that just has a bed in it, or is it actually was an apartment and you've like trashed it and turned it into a workshop?
No, it's like it's just a workshop, and it happens to, like, have a little place where she can sleep. Like, that little room is like heated or whatever if she needs it to be, and the rest of it is just like a wide open area. It's just like a mini fridge.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got like a small, okay, like a workshop. I'm just trying to place where you might be on the station. We'll look at the station map, you know, when we have time. We'll figure out where you are. So you're probably down actually where workshops are, not actually where apartments would be. Saeed's probably right off the docks because that's where all the coffin apartments are. And, you know, Amir's higher up in the, probably in the core, not the spire. Or are you in the spire? How much do you want to pay for your apartment, Amir?
Yeah. Yeah, probably not that fancy. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're like at the top level of the core, but not quite that spire.
She does have a balcony though,
Yes.
as you had said.
Yes, of course. You got to overlook the the people below you.
Yes.
Look,
Exactly.
got to look down there at the people walking around this. Anyways, yeah. So okay, so you guys get back to your places. Your individual. I guess Saeed probably. I don't, but whatever. You're able to rest. I don't know if you. Yeah, I was gonna say you're not really comfortable. You just crawl into it. Yeah, but did you want to do anything tonight? Like, are you meeting up tonight? Are you going to do anything, any business, or are you just going to go to the talk show in the morning and then deal with everything else?
And we need to see Jairus, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, you do have the Emerald Disc, which I don't know if you're going to give it to him or talk to him about it or not. He needs to give you. Well, I mean, they can just transfer the money. He's working on that.
Okay.
You don't have to see him for that.
Well, we need to take the stuff to the bulletin, though, correct?
Yes, you need to bring the stuff to the bulletin. Exactly. That you definitely.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So you guys bring the, again, it's like a small. You probably put on a little roller cart. Probably when you get to the docks, actually, there's probably a stevedore that just takes it. You probably don't have to bring it anywhere. I mean, I'm sure they have. It's a mail system, so you don't have to go to the bulletin unless you really want to, which you probably don't want to. As your nemesis isn't the head of the bulletin.
Right.
So you probably don't want to go to the bulletin, but you can if you want. But yeah, okay, so you take care of that. Yeah. Do we want to just cut to the morning? Or I just want to make sure that there was nothing you wanted to do. We're suddenly halfway through this interview and you're like, oh no, I wanted to.
No, I'm just going to recommend a run. See if Amir wants to take a run with me. Work off a little excited energy.
Oh, of course. Yes, I would do that.
Cool. Yeah. You guys exercise. You get your rest. Is Saeed going to the interview as well, or is it just Amir's going to go?
I will go to the interview. I don't necessarily have to be in the interview.
You show up.
I'll be at the guy standing next to the camera.
Okay. So is this also true of Cyrus, or she's not going at all? She's staying back.
No, Cyrus is gonna stay in her apartment and work on her marble machine.
Okay, cool. All right, so morning comes. We got that sorted now. It's a morning show, so you're gonna get there super early. Amira's probably been here before because Amira's been everywhere because she's a courtesan. They have a lot of access. But you are in the Spire for the talk show in the Alkamar restaurant. This is really it's one of the fancier. I think it's the top of the Spire. It's probably the fanciest restaurant in the place. It takes months and months to get reservations, but of course this talk show is set up when you arrive. It's every luxury you can think of. They immediately beautiful courtesans take you by the arm and bring you in. There's any type of food or drink that you could possibly want there. Of course, there's beautiful music playing. You can smell the incense is burning, and there's the smell of the food and perfumes. There's beautiful pillows and couches spread out, and this talk show. You probably have seen it on the bulletin. So there's like an area set aside where you can kind of lounge with the host and discuss whatever you're going to discuss, I guess. Yeah, so you come in. How are you dressed? Did you get all dressed up? Or?
Oh, yes. My very finest.
All right. How about Saeed?
I'll dress appropriately.
Okay.
I'm not going to show up in t-shirt and cutoffs or anything, but
No.
no.
That's what Cyrus would do.
No, if she's going, high class, I'll show up in my high class stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
you
Mira's
come
not
in.
going to a talk show, not high class.
Yeah.
So,
Right. This is your big exposure here. You want to make sure that you're looking good. All right. Yeah. So you guys, the courtesans take your arm, and start leading you to the area. You can see it over there. They're prepping for the show. And when from behind a large kind of flowering tree that they have in there steps a familiar face. Not a friendly face, a familiar face. Defusal Amadi, who you know as to be a media mogul, and he is always got his eye. He's you've had previous issues with him before, possibly pushing his own agenda. But he steps out and he says, "Oh, I see you give the bulletin your time, but you don't consider an old friend now that you're a hero."
it is very nice to see you, Mr. Amadi. How have you been?
"Oh, we're doing fine. Growing, getting some the real information out there to the people. Not like this kind of I don't know what you want to call it, sugar coated news. They say the bulletin puts out there. And
Well,
what
we
is
were
the real
invited.
story? Oh, you were invited, of course. Well, I would imagine you were invited. Why wouldn't you be? But you didn't answer my calls.
Did you call me?
Well, I talked
I
to
don't.
Jaros.
Oh, well, Jairus he's forgetful sometimes. I don't believe he told me that you called.
Oh, I see, I see. So you would be interested in an interview then?
Of course, if you ask.
Good, good, good. I will. I'll have my secretary call you. And then
Oh,
there's like
no.
a tray going by with like champagne or whatever. He takes one and he just starts walking away. Unless you stop him, I guess.
I look at Saeed and say, I said if you ask. So when we say no to his secretary, right, it will
Right.
be,
No, I understand.
all right.
I understand. I don't know if he's going to understand it or see it that way.
She smiles and says, well, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, well, you are the one who is gifted in this, so I
Yeah.
will always defer to you when it comes to, discussing things with people.
And of course, while this was all happening, like when he came up and everything, the courtesans that were leading you kind of stepped back to give you your space to have a conversation. And now that he's walked away, they kind of step back up and put their arm out to lead you both. There's two of them.
Yep, I would take their arm. Standard practice here. So
Yeah, they lead you over to the pillows and couches and ask you if you need anything, just raise a hand. Would you like a drink?
water for me, please.
I'll take a coffee, please.
They nod, and they kind of like, it's you're not sure exactly how they do it because it doesn't look like they do anything, but like literally they walk away, and as they're walking away, your drinks just arrive. By the waiters and stuff, and these two courtesans go over and sit on this kind of couch on the side, and you can just see that they're watching you for if you need anything. They're just there at your service, but off to the side. And your drinks arrive, and of course it's the freshest water and the best coffee on the space station, of course. Luckily, you're not paying for it, because if you only knew how much that cup of coffee cost.
That's why I'm going to get the good stuff while I can. So,
Yes. If you have to ask how much it costs, you shouldn't be there.
Couldn't be there.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you're made comfortable. You know, anything that you might want as far as refreshments, and then after a few minutes, you see your host arrive. You know, she's getting the final touches done on her makeup. As she's kind of walking, you know, they're like doing her makeup as she's walking, and she approaches, and you know, she kind of sticks her. Oh, it's so good to see you. I am
So nice to see you.
I am
Go ahead.
Nana Aledis. You know, she says as if like you wouldn't know who she was. You know, but of course she expects you to know who she is. And she kind of sticks her
Right.
hand up. You know.
Take her hand in both of mine. But Miss Alida, it is so nice to meet you. I am Amira.
Ah, yes, I've heard so much about you. Courageous captain of the secret oasis.
Yes,
And
that
is
is
this
that is me.
is this Rahman? And she like takes her hand and puts it on Saeed's chest.
This is Saeed, our gunner,
Oh
and my
yes.
dear, dear friend.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's a pleasure to meet you.
yes. A pleasure. I heard a lot about you. You helped organize some of the more frightened passengers. Well, we'll talk about that when the show starts. Come, come, sit. And she of course makes it so that you can't walk away. Saeed.
Okay.
She does the thing where you go to do that where she goes between you so that you're basically now it's like her,
Right.
Saeed, then Amir.
I'm feeling shepherded here,
Yep,
so
yep, little shepherded, yep. And she says, "Well, I'm not sure if you've seen the show, but it's a very casual format. We just talk, and then a lot of people want to know your story. Heard lots and lots of things. I was hoping that the whole crew could make it, but I understand there's many things that are happening.
Yes, many, many things, and there are jobs to be done.
yes.
Not
Yes.
everybody can be spared.
Rahman, our skillful pilot, is going into the hover bike, grav bike racing.
Yes.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yes.
Oh, oh, I see. We already have a call in about that. Ah, oh, oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I hope you don't mind. We have been recording for the last 10 minutes, of course.
Oh, well, I hadn't
Yeah.
realized that. I'm sorry.
No, no, that's fine. You should just be yourself, Sai. So, well, I don't want to say it would make me blush what this one caller is saying, but the other caller is saying that they're very excited about the hoverbike races. It should be a good show this year. So that's very interesting. But more importantly, how did you do it? Trapped on a ship, falling towards a star, radiation everywhere, bodies, monsters, fire. And yet, you pulled it together and saved all those people. Is that true? Was it you that saved
Well,
those people?
well, it certainly was a team effort. Of course, my team from the Sacred Oasis, and there were others on the ship that were very helpful. We couldn't have done it without the help of Brother Ramaz from the Med Lab.
Oh,
He helped a lot of people who had radiation poisoning.
Yes.
oh yes, it's terrible, terrible radiation poisoning. I've heard many, many tragic stories. So it was good that you were there. And what was it like flying through space with the heat of the star lapping at the back of your ship?
It was it was terrifying and exhilarating all at the same time.
Oh,
What would
yes,
you say,
yes.
Saeed?
Uh, well, if you recall, I was in cryo at the time, so yeah, for me it wasn't as exciting. It was just kind of like going to sleep, and uh, you know. So I wish it would have been more exciting. But you know, cryo is cryo. And
Yes,
then I'd,
Saeed.
I'd look at a mirror like, help me out here.
Yes, Saeed bravely chose to go with some of these frightened passengers in one of the containers from the cargo bay. And he went into cryo not knowing if we were going to be able to find him again. But he bravely went with them to reassure them that we would do our best, and we did.
Oh,
But we managed to find them all.
you are very brave, Said. Where do you think this bravery comes from? I see here that you were a soldier.
Uh, that's correct. I was more of a medic than a soldier, but yes, I was in the service.
Well, thank you for your
But
service.
yes, but I think I just want to get back to what Amira was saying, where it really was effort from several people, not only our crew, but others that were there. Uh, People really had to come together to make this happen to the extent that it did.
Yes. Well
Oh,
said, Saeed.
well, that's excellent. It's hard to get people to come together about anything these days.
Well, we had our moments, but in the end, everyone worked together, and we got this done.
I see. Excellent. What about the beasts that were on the ship? There was a report that there were monsters, alien monsters.
Alien monsters.
Well, you know, this is what comes across the waves. What kind of monsters were they? Or were there monsters at all?
There was some trouble.
I see.
But I wouldn't know where the monsters came from.
Yes.
Who knows where
I don't
monsters
know.
come from, I guess. Can you describe them?
Well, they are, what were they?
They were Nectra.
Nyctras. Yeah, they were
Oh, they were
Nyctras.
Nectras.
Yes, Nyctras.
Oh, that's interesting. Nectras were running rampant. How do you think they got there?
I'm sure I wouldn't know.
Yes,
It was
seems
very surprising to me and to Saeed to see them there, that's for sure.
Yes.
it
We
does
figured they
seem
probably escaped from a cargo or cryo unit uh, when
right.
there was the accident.
But we
Right,
wouldn't
but
know who would have put them there. I don't know why they were there. We were not told of their presence before we boarded the ship. Right,
right,
Saeed?
Right.
wasn't it a rescue mission to help
Yes.
a colony? Why would Legion Nectra be on the ship? That seems very odd. Perhaps this whole thing was a conspiracy.
Oh, I highly doubt that.
What do you think the Ghazali was carrying that they wanted to destroy?
I don't know that it was intentionally destroyed. My understanding was that there was a gate accident, and
Yes,
that's
yes,
what
yes, yes, yes.
caused the structural damage.
Right, right. It's just odd that the portals that have been here since before time was as recorded suddenly happened to have a failure just as the ship was going through, and the Legion had sent Necra on the ship. You don't find that to be strange, especially as a military man?
Uh, well, like I said, I don't know how it was there. That's why I found it unusual. We don't know who was shipping the Nectra.
Oh, oh yes, because you know it's pretty common for them to be shipped by other people besides the Legion.
well, I mean, I can understand what you're saying, but you know, we really, or I should say, I don't have any knowledge of why those Nectra were there.
Yes, anything we would say would be idle speculation. And as for the portal itself, the origins of the portal builders is unknown. We don't know who built them or why, and we don't know why they fail. I'm sure it was all
Oh,
a coincidence.
so are you saying that you suspect that the portals are beginning to fail?
No, I'm just saying there's no reason for any kind of conspiracy.
You're probably right. You're probably right. We don't want to talk about those kind of things here. I was just curious since you were firsthand, and the Legion doesn't seem to have anything to say.
Well, I didn't see any Legion presence there.
Exactly.
I'm sure if the Legion did send Nectra on this mission, Suhaima had a wonderful reason.
Well, of course.
Yes.
The Legion always has their reasons.
They always have a reason.
Yes.
I
yes, of
began to
course.
spend an inordinate amount of time picking dust off my clothes.
Yes.
My
So-
grooming has increased greatly.
Yep.
So you feel
But
a couple
know,
of calls and people are basically calling in and they're congratulating you and calling you heroes and stuff. Did you want to say something else? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
And then she says, so what do you think about all the missing, alleged mystics? Do you think it's connected?
Mystic.
I just look at Amira.
Yeah.
Yes, they say that there are those with powers beyond, what we can imagine. And we're not talking about cybernetics here. We're talking about some kind of freaky mutation or something.
Yes, I've heard the rumors.
Yes, yes.
See, I was only aware of rescue workers being on board the ship. I don't know anything of these mystics that you talk about.
No, Saeed. And she puts her hand on your chest. This is on the Coriolis station. I didn't mean to confuse you. You can't be pretty and smart, can you? When she touches your face.
Well,
And she laughs.
I blush. Or flush. That's probably. I just smile.
we've been gone for quite a while. You say there are missing mystics?
Yes, this is what they're saying. Well, I thought that you would have known because the fortune teller from the Ghazali was here in the station, arrived at the station last night. Well, you brought her here, and she's now missing. You didn't know
She's
that?
missing.
Well, we were hoping to actually have her come on, and when we went to her apartments, she was gone. Nowhere to be seen.
This is the first I've heard of that.
And I heard, maybe you can confirm this, that she could truly tell the future. That would be quite an ability.
Her followers truly believe that.
Right.
She had several followers.
Oh. Fanatics?
No.
It's
Just
very
people who
interesting.
listen to her words. And I don't think if she's missing, we don't know if she's actually missing. Maybe she was not at her apartment.
Right. Well, the producers are always sending me things to ask. I'm not sure. I hadn't heard much about it myself. Hopefully she's fine. I heard that, she was a very nice lady.
Yes. Well, the last I seen of her was when I put her in my bunk.
Right. Oh. Oh, we're getting some messages about that.
Yes,
Come on
Saeed.
now, Saeed. This is a family program.
What? Oh no, no, nothing like that. I mean, I wanted to respect her, and before I got into cryo, I made sure that she was in my quarters, uh, and um,
Mm-hmm,
she
mm-hmm,
was.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. We understand. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it was completely an honorable thing. I
Sure. I, of
had
course it
great
was.
respect for her.
Oh, yes. It's good that you have respect.
Saeed is an honorable and pious man.
Oh. Kind of looked up and down. Fair enough. Anyways, thanks for being on. It was so nice to meet you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
I would love that.
Yes, thank you.
Then she kind of looks at the camera and there's a sign off and they cut. And she says, "Oh, that was very fun. You guys are naturals."
Well, thank you. I wouldn't say that, but Saeed, you did very well.
Yes, considering it felt more like an ambush, but that's okay.
Why? What do you mean, Saeed?
Well,
Poor
you
little
didn't.
me? An
I,
ambush?
no, I
She touches
just
your
wasn't
face.
aware that we were going to be taping this, or
Ah.
that this was on air.
Oh, well, of course. We have nothing to hide here. Listen, let me make it up to you. And she takes out a little perfumed card and she slides it into one of your pockets. And she says, "You just give me a call." And she winks. And then she kind of turns around and walks away.
I look at the card.
Yeah, it just has like her personal code on it.
Well, I think you made a friend, darling.
Yeah, and it's like handwritten. Like it's not like a business card. It's like a little card with a thing.
Yes, I see. Um,
Despite
yes,
the issues I know that you have, it's never a bad thing to make a friend with someone in the media.
no, that's true. But I'm working on getting better at being a people person, and I'm just feeling a little out of sorts.
I
Um,
know, but I think you did wonderfully.
yeah, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this card. I mean,
Well, we'll keep that. It
yeah,
might come in
that
handy.
we could do it together. You could come with me.
I think she wouldn't appreciate that.
Oh, 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 you
If
think,
yes,
oh,
yes, that's what I think.
oh, well, this, oh, okay, well, this puts a whole new perspective on it. I, she is ambushing me, isn't she?
Yes,
I see. Okay. So you
but if
think
you,
I should follow through on this?
I don't think it would hurt anything. And if you'd like, I have a standing reservation. I can help you with that.
What? Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to coach me on this. You're gonna have to. I mean,
Yes,
uh,
I don't, I know you, I know, yes. I will help you, but I think it's good to keep have a friend, especially a friend with such a large audience and reach.
yes. No, I understand that.
Yeah,
I do. I just. I'm hoping she doesn't. What
right.
happens if I don't reciprocate? I
Well,
mean,
how
I could
about
be
this?
friendly, but
how about this? We could misunderstand her completely, if that's what you want, and I will go with you.
Okay.
Yep, that'll work.
Well, I feel comfortable with that.
All right. Because yes, I think that would work.
Okay. Thanks. That's such a relief. Just hearing that.
You've always have my back. I will have yours.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course, darling.
Yeah. Hey, you did great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I was trying.
Yeah.
A little rusty with my media skills.
Yeah. But you're a natural at it. So, I mean, I'm the one that I think, it was probably good to have me next to you because it made you look a lot better, I think. So, but
You,
I mean, no, I'm not saying that you weren't looking I'm just sticking my foot in it, aren't I? I'm not saying that you weren't looking good without me. I thought you were doing great. Yeah, it's just like having a normal. It's like parking a wonderful ship next to a garbage scow. That
oh,
wonderful ship is always going to look so much
darling.
better.
No. Do not. I do not. I don't like it when you talk about yourself that way. And anytime you are with me, it makes me a better person. So.
Yes.
Guys,
Well,
go ahead
and you too.
Go ahead and make empathy rolls, or to see how good you did.
Okay.
I mean, you did good, but we'll see if you get any extra.
Empathy, just straight empathy.
Hold on. You could use empathy or. I can pull a character up so I can look. Just to get an overall deal here, you could use just straight empathy. You could use command if you have, or culture.
I'll use culture then.
Yeah. Or I guess you could also use, even though it sounds bad to say this, but you could use manipulation too if you have that. So you could use any of those that are good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
To get all of my d6s.
Yeah, hold on, and you can actually, because you both did really good, you can each have a +2. Oh, did you already roll it? Oh, crap!
I rolled it. Yes.
Yeah, roll
You
two
rolled
more
it because
dice.
he actually rolled on roll 20, but you know I like to roll all my dice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll two more. Go ahead and roll two more dice, so I can see if you get to
two more dice. How do I do that on this sheet? Do I or just? Sure.
You can probably just type
I'm going old school.
Yeah, just roll two more dice. Yeah, what you would do is before you roll the actual thing, but you put it at the top. It's like a modifier spot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but since you already rolled, just roll two dice.
Or
just see if you get this.
Yeah. No, just a limited success.
Okay, that's still good.
+2 is okay.
Do you have enough dice?
Yes, I do. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. I think I'm doing my math. Or 12, sorry, 12 dice. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's a critical success. All right, yeah, you guys did really well. You were pretty well received. As you leave the restaurant, you're getting notifications on your comm that you're being called by Jarrus. He's going to congratulate you there.
Excellent.
Yeah. Also, you get another message, which you think is a little bit unusual, Amira, from you have a niece, right?
Yes.
Nor. It's kind of it's weird because, well, I mean, you've been in this interview for 2 hours, so it came in like probably just as you walked in and you just you had it muted or whatever, so you didn't notice it. So as you're kind of looking through your message, you see it, and she's asking to meet you tonight. She says she's in trouble, It's pretty generic message. I'm in trouble. Could you meet me tonight at Madame Cherie's chai house? Yeah, basically at the evening bells. So you got the daytime to go through before you have to get there, but yeah.
Chai house?
Yeah. Yeah. Madame Cherie's chai house.
Okay.
Where they have, chai. I mean, I'm assuming they have chai there. I'm not 100% sure. It is in the Neoptra spaceport. Look at Daniel with a map. See that? Not messing around here. It's actually... I'm sure it must be on the map. Yeah, it's number 10. I'm guessing you're familiar with it. This is a pretty major spaceport. You might have even come in through the spaceport. It is right above the Spice Plaza. So you always have that like hint of all the spice below. So it's like you get that like weird like mix of the Spice Plaza below, the all the people of course enjoying smoking and stuff in the actual plaza itself, and then you're right at the dock, so you get that kind of industrial smell coming through as well. I mean, whenever you want to go there, that's up to you. But did you want to? What do you guys want to do throughout the day? Or do you just want to jump forward? And what's Cyrus up to? Is she going to regroup with the rest of them, or what's her plan? Did you watch them on the bulletin there, Cyrus?
Cyrus woke up late, rolled a joint, and then she got to work on her marble machine. She hasn't been too worried about it. She told K9 to let any calls from the captain come through, but all others just put it on answering machine. And he was all like, "Okay, master," and he's been doing that.
Okay.
Not that anyone's going to call her anyway, but
Well, you never know. All right, cool. Yeah, so you guys come out of the thing. You basically have the day to do whatever you want to do before you need to possibly meet with her. Unless you want to go find her before then. That's up to you, of course.
Well, we still have the emerald disc, right?
That is correct. Oh, and actually, Jarvis calls you, so if you want to say anything to him, you could do that during the call. I just kind of like hand wave that, but if you want to actually have a conversation with him, if you're going to give it to him, I don't know what your plan was.
I think we're planning on it. That was the decision, I thought.
I thought so.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because he's part of the colonial agency, and they're the only ones that can break the code.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give it to him.
All right, so you want to tell him over the comms, like that you have the emerald disc, or do you just want to set up a meeting, or what do you want to do?
Nope, I don't want to tell him over the comms that we have it.
Yes.
Not going to do
not
that.
right near the bulletin talk show.
No. Yes, I'm constantly looking around for cameras right now.
So. Yeah, we would leave that area.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, you're going down. There's many tall elevators that lead you out of the down through the spire, and then out into the kind of the main areas of the Coriolis space station. The core, as it's called. Yeah, you want to go to the Colonial Agency? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go to Jarvis's office. So you tell him you want to meet, and he says, "Sure, come by." And you go. I mean, he's part of the Colonial Agency, which of course is kind of a very bureaucratic deal. So like you go in, and it's like it's really, of course, they have beautiful carpets. It's all very plush, but it's also very functional. So as you kind of go through like your main lobby area, you've got these like various tapestries and paintings and stuff on the wall, and statues and carpets. But then when you get back into like where his office is, it's kind of more of a straight up office. He's got like a wooden desk, and which is probably pretty rare that he has a wooden desk, but but it's very nice, and he has a few antiques hanging on the wall. I mean, you've been to his office before. He greets you, of course, stands up and he greets you, and he says, it's good to see you. Saeed, looks like you gained some weight. Good. You don't eat enough.
Well, I'm trying to eat healthier.
I see. Don't worry about that. Just,
Just eat? Okay.
Just eat. Yes.
And you're looking quite healthy yourself.
Oh, thank you. I never neglect my eating. Would you like a baklava?
Can I take some to go? I, I mean, I have a. I don't care for it so much myself, but I have a friend who really enjoys it.
Oh, a friend, huh? And he kind of winks at Amira. I didn't know Saeed had friends.
Well, a crewmate. I should say that it's Rahman. Do you
Oh,
remember Rahman?
oh, I didn't realize you two. Oh, congratulations. That's
Oh,
fantastic.
no. No, Jairus, they're not a
S-
couple.
Uh,
He's speaking quite literally, a friend and crewmate. Rahman, our
Yes.
pilot.
oh, I see. Yes. Yes, I heard that
I
he's
was.
entering the hoverbike races.
He is.
Yes. Have you started looking for a new pilot? They're quite dangerous, you know. And he's a bit of a hothead, as you know. The best pilot in the Third Horizon, though.
He is the best pilot in the Third Horizon. I have every faith in his abilities in this race.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
I'm
How's your
quite
new?
confident about his skills.
Yes, well, he's quite confident. That's for sure. Uh, how's the new crew member? How's your Cyrus?
Cyrus, she's wonderful. Very, very good technician and keeps the ship running smoothly.
Excellent,
Uh,
excellent.
We're we're learning to fit in with each other. I mean, it's
Yes.
been a short time.
Yes, I was sorry to hear that Arif had to leave for personal reasons, but we must all take our own journey.
Well
Yeah.
said, Jairus. Well said.
Anyways, what did you have to talk to me about? And he kind of like raises his hand like this, and you probably just like follow his hand like you do when people do that. And you turn around and you didn't see him coming or whatever, but there's somebody with a tray, and they've got some coffee and some baklava, and it's like wrapped in the paper. And they put it down on the desk, and then turn around and walk out.
Okay. When they leave, I will um, say, because we don't have it with us. Did we leave it on the ship? I think we might have.
Did we? I thought you had it on your person.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I thought
Yeah,
you did
'cause
too. I
Ramon,
thought you said you took it. Yeah. No, actually,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
Ramon.
mentioned something about hiding it. Yeah. You can
Yeah.
have it if you want to have it. At one point, you talked about locking it in the safe in your room, but I mean, if you were coming to the shore,
Yeah. Right.
you can have it. We're not going to make you go all the way back to the ship to get it. If you
Okay.
want to have it on you.
I will
I mean,
say.
I don't know if you would have it on you right now, but you probably have it in your room, or if you could have got it first, I guess, before you went to go see him.
Yeah, we could say I got it.
All right.
If you let. Yeah. All right.
Whatever works for you.
I say. Amira says. Before the Ghazali, before we escaped the Ghazali, we managed to acquire the emerald disc of the
Oh,
Ghazali.
well, that would be interesting.
Mhm.
There's lots of rumors going around. It'd be nice to know what actually happened.
It would be nice to know what happened to the ship and
Yes.
why that happened.
Yes. Were you? So you were in the bridge.
We managed to make it to the bridge, yes, for a short
And
time.
and was the captain crew? I assume they had perished.
They had, yes.
Hmm. No obvious reason besides being exposed to the darkness.
I don't remember.
You didn't really check them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to be
I mean,
honest, yeah, we
yeah,
were.
you didn't do anything special check. You
Yeah,
couldn't tell, so, do you?
yeah, no obvious reason besides, yes,
Yeah. Hmm.
exposure.
Okay.
But we did manage to recover the disc.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, there is, of course, recovery, reward for such things. So we'll put that into your accounts. Have you got it?
Yes, I'll give it to him.
Well, he takes it. He tosses it up in the air and catches it again. It's super valuable. He says, we'll have this interpreted. We'll find out what's going on. Although I probably will never be able to tell you, unfortunately. I hate to keep things from you, but you know how the Colonial Agency is.
Well, I think we deserve to know, don't you? We were
Yes, I think.
trapped on this ship.
Yes. You sound more and more like the Bulletin every day. Are you sure Arif didn't rub off on you there?
I'm just saying,
Yes.
we risked life and limb and sacrifices were made. If anyone deserves to know what really happened, I believe it's us.
Amir. So wise in the ways of the world, yet naive. If I can get into any information to you, I will. But as you know, these things are kept very close to the heart of the Colonial Agency. If there was any kind of sabotage, I don't think they'd want that to get out. But if there wasn't, you'll definitely find out about it, because we will be sure to be all over the bulletin.
That's true. Well, I will expect. I just wanted to give this to you. That's what I want to say.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks for the baklava.
Oh, you're very welcome. I saw.
You mind if I take all of this? I mean,
yes, of course. Yes, that's for you.
Oh, okay.
For you and your friend. And then he winks at Amira again.
Yes, my friend. Thank you.
Yes.
Cyrus
really
likes
does
baklava too, right?
I believe she does, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who doesn't like baklava?
Well, yes. I have a problem with nuts sometimes.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Interesting. They get caught in your teeth? Or you're allergic?
They just leave a bad taste in my mouth. Let's just put it at that.
All right. Well, I mean, I would, if you have some kind of allergy, we need to know about this. I don't want to send you to any, nut planets.
Nothing like that. I just, I don't care for certain nuts.
I see.
So I mean, I don't mean to be offensive. It's just not my taste.
He nods his head disapprovingly. Yes.
But your gift is very generous. Thank you.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before
I'm asked for another empathy roll.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw you put in a repair request. Let me know when you're back up and running. We'll probably have some work. Although there's a bit of a fright now with one of the portals having an issue. Maybe this will make people at ease if they can find out what happened.
I hope so. I hope that whatever happened wasn't sabotage, and I hope it was an accident.
Yes.
But you never know.
Yes, well, either way, it'll be a problem. If it's sabotage, people will be paranoid. If it was an accident, people will think that it's not safe to travel. So, you just can't win, can you?
Do you really think it is sabotage?
Well, we've never had a portal issue like this before. In some, even going back to the Firstborn, speaking with them, they remember back. They've never heard of portals. Well, except for during the Portal Wars where they were destroyed, of course.
Right.
So.
Right.
But it would take who knows how long for the second or first horizon to journey here to. That's why we destroyed. Well, we didn't destroy them, of course. The Firstborn destroyed the portals for that reason. So I think we're pretty safe out here. Let's hope so, anyways.
It
Yes.
was sabotage. I hope the judge punishes those responsible accordingly.
Yes.
There was a lot of death.
Yes,
It's
yes,
a lot of innocence lost.
yes, yes. It's a terrible thing. It is. Yeah, and then you can head out to do whatever else you're gonna do. You know, he walks you up basically to the door, and then he just kind of turns around and walks back. So you know how to make your way out. Make your way out, I should say. Anything
I
else
look
you
at
want to do?
Saeed. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yep, go do what you're gonna
I look at Saeed and I say, I may be being naive, but I want to know what's on that disc. If he won't tell us, I might have to figure out a way to make Deseret and Kai tell us.
Yeah.
The council member
Yeah.
for the agency.
Yeah. I think we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
I think he's just being cagey, but you know, we did deliver him the information.
agreed.
But yeah, baklava. How much are we getting out of this, at least? I'll just cut to the business side.
Yeah, how much is the recovery reward?
You would imagine that it's somewhere around 10,000 beer.
Nice.
Okay.
That's pretty standard. It could be a little more because of the publicity around this thing, but you imagine that's about where it is. And then, of course, minus his 10%. Because he gets 10% of everything. Doesn't matter what you do,
Right.
he gets 10% of. Well, unless you do the under the table things that you do, then he doesn't get that. Unless you want to pay him that, if he doesn't know about it, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly.
What under the table things?
I have sudden memory loss.
Yeah. Well, but like the transport of the people from the other station, you would need to pay him off on that, but not the transport of illegal objects off the Gazella,
Right. Right.
because nobody knows
Yes.
about that. We think, right?
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
was frozen at the time, so
That's true. That is very true.
I
What-
could plead ignorance at least. I'll go down with the ship, Amira. I will.
Nice.
I was not going to ask you to do that.
You weren't going to ask me that?
Mm.
No.
I'm not
Okay.
going to do that.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Mike.
And I kind of thumbed that card again, and I pop it out. And he said, "Should I? How soon should I do this? I mean,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
be with you, as I said.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, messenger. Okay. Yes. Well, shall we go back?
Well, I suppose we should find Cyrus.
Celebrate our new found wealth.
Yes, let's find Cyrus and we'll go to get something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if she thinks I look stupid. I mean,
Why would you look stupid? No,
well, I
Say-
mean, because of the interview. I mean,
I thought
yeah.
you did wonderfully. I like I said, I will. Don't want you to
Okay.
talk about yourself like that.
Yeah, I love you, and I know that. Yes, but you tend to sugarcoat things sometimes, and I know you do that because you care about me. But I think I look stupid. So, but you did it. You look great. You were awesome.
Oh, I love you too, darling.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's find Cyrus.
Yep. I'm assuming we
because-
know where her apartment is. So
I would imagine so. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the it's because she's in basically like a dock like a repair area. You're probably close to it. Like she's probably not where the apartments are. So you can do somewhere in the core. I mean, everybody's, the core is huge. It's like 3 kilometers wide by like a kilometer deep. So it's like a small town. So,
Yeah.
or like a village. So you can definitely find her. Yeah. So, yeah, you show up at Cyrus's place. It's like a garage door or something.
I kick at it. Kick.
Cyrus?
Cyrus.
My
Sorry.
dear?
Yeah. You probably hear like music playing from outside, and then finally K9 like talks to her through her ear and says, "Master, you have guests, it seems." And she like looks up and says like, "Music off," and the music turns off, and then she can hear them banging at the door, and she says, all right, I'm coming. Good boy, K9." And K9 says, "Affirmative." And she'll open the door.
I brought baklava. The
Mm.
good stuff.
I prefer Turkish delights, but I'll take what I can get, and she'll take a piece. Well, come on in.
Yeah. So, yeah, did you see us?
I see you now.
No, on the show.
What show?
Okay. Have you heard anything from Rahman?
K9, have I got any calls from Rahman? Have I got any calls? I'm going to say I guess not. So K9 says, "No, Master, no calls from Rahman. Haven't heard from him."
Well, I'm sure we'll hear the results of the race.
Yeah.
It's a little
I mean,
early for that yet.
What show again?
It was on
We
the
were-
bulletin.
We were on the bulletin, the morning show.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't see
With,
it. I was, thinks back to when she was high as heck, fixing my marble machine at that time. Points over to big marble machine.
Oh, well, we've come because I'd like to buy with some of my share of our money. The crew, aside from Rahman, of course, breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, cool. K9, I'm going out. Hold the place down. Yes, Master.
Gets to be brunch at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit later in the day by the time you do all that. But yeah, you definitely can go in. I mean, there's always action, always food. I mean, you're
Yep.
from the station, so you know where there's cool places. So you probably find one of your favorite places. What's it like? I guess.
What's it
It
like?
has
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
best
Tell it.
falafel.
You like falafel? I like a street taco or something like that. I know it's not
Oh.
quite that, but a street kebab.
You're just gonna get a kebab. She's the fancy courtesan in like the super fancy dress.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna get a kebab.
A super fancy courtesan can still like street food. Street food's
Yeah.
some of the best food out
We're
there.
we're at a street cart. That's great.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I would
great.
say one of the best places on the station. Doesn't look like much, but
Right.
it has the best stuff.
Yeah.
Just like a street, yeah, like a street stand.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
they
that is
they
something.
often do have the very best stuff. So
That is true. That is true. No question about that. Sometimes you get, especially for special stuff like that, like kebabs or tacos or whatever,
Yeah.
you can run cool little small places. So yeah, you guys are able to eat and stuff. And is there anything else you want to do before your rendezvous with your niece? Anything anybody else wants to do?
Yeah.
Cyrus.
Do I have my share of the money, or
I guess I don't know. We didn't figure out how you were going to. Did you want to spend money on something? I mean, you're not broke if that's what you're asking. Is there something expenses you wanted to buy? Because we didn't. I think we were going to discuss how you want to do that. Well, I guess you can discuss it now if you want. Like, do you want to just divide all the monies basically equally after costs, or are you gonna, or is everybody getting paid for their job? Like that's one thing that you guys didn't determine. Like, is it like a full on equal split? Like, do you just get the money and everybody splits it and pays their part of the rent every month, or is it like all the costs come out and then people get a salary?
I really would like to have Ramon.
Let's just worry about that like offline. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. So, like, what did you need money for? If it's something small, you probably have money. Yes. If you want to spend $10,000 a year,
forget about it. I can do it off break.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no.
Just because I think Ramon should have input in that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a pinball machine. Oh, I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna make a pinball machine? I'm sure you could be working on that. That's probably not a problem. That'll just require some parts, probably even common parts or standard parts, whatever they're called. All right, so yeah, you can do that. I mean, you're just gonna eat the food and then leave them again, or are you not? You're not gonna go with them to the rendezvous. Are you gonna tell her about the rendezvous, or even?
I mean, if you bring up the rendezvous and you want someone to go with you,
I would bring it up and say you can come if you'd like. I know Saeed will probably come, so.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I got this card.
Welcome,
yeah, she doesn't really communicate well with you, so she's trying to figure out if you can come means you want her there, or like,
Oh.
But like, if you say like, Saeed's gonna be there, she'd probably take that as like, okay, I should be there too, and she'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll come.
What I will say is, you're more than welcome to join us.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess if Saeed's gonna be there.
Okay.
I got a card.
You do have a card. Tomorrow.
I'll show Cyrus the card. It's like the first card I've gotten in like 10 years. So.
You don't believe that with that face.
What card is it?
Yeah, it's the personal comm of the talk show host there.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to make of it myself. So
wait, she gave you her personal comm?
That's right.
I think so. So, I mean, what do you think about it, Ed?
I mean, probably like the lipstick like imprint on the card was probably a good sign that.
I mean, I'd guess she wants to bang. I mean, that's if I was going to give someone my personal comm.
What?
I mean, like, why else would you give someone your personal comm?
Well, okay, yeah, this is way too much.
What are you like, Ace?
No, I just, yeah, no, I'm just not up to it. I don't, sometimes you make vows, right? Sometimes you make promises.
Oh. Okay.
So,
so like you're waiting till marriage? I mean, that's respectable.
Yeah, let's just go with that. That's why I'm a little. I don't know what to do. I mean, part of it, I'm kind of excited about it. On the other hand, I am dreading this.
Yeah, I mean, like, just tell her you're waiting till marriage.
Yeah, but I don't know. Amir's coming with me, right?
That's right. I'll go with you.
So it's like a threesome then?
No, why do you go there with that? We're just, I'm sure it will be coffee. We'll have...
Wait, she specifically invited you for coffee?
I just got the card. I guess I can't say that I know exactly what she wants until I talk to her.
Okay.
But
because it's never just coffee. I mean, coffee is
no, but we're going to go with just coffee for now.
Yes, I think we will.
Okay, so then she specifically said coffee.
You know what? I think I'm going to get some more tahini for this falafel.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand. I also totally forgot that I'm supposed to like Said.
I will. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go back to that card a minute and get a little more tahini for this.
That is correct. Your character has a crush on. Well, you did. You can change it, of course. All right. So, anything else as you're heading towards this place? We'll cut to the. It's more. It's later in the day. Okay. Oh, by the way, you could probably, if you look at the map, number 2 is like the Coffin Hotel. That's probably where Saeed lives.
Yeah, Starry.
So he's not gonna have. He's not gonna have very far to go to get. No, I mean it could be this one. It could be any of them. Yeah. That's basically where he stays when.
The wonderful smell of disinfectant.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's a hotel, but like you basically live there. You know, it's like we used to do that before. It's your coffin when you want it. Well, whichever one's available. Yeah. They spray it out. Don't worry about it. They hose it. They have a hose in there. Okay, so number 10. Because by the way, the scale of this thing is pretty big.
It's a spray your own coffin. That's that's
no. They spray it out for you. You get the. Hold on, there's no scale on this. There's gotta be a scale on it. Yeah, 10. Each square is 10 meters, so that's big. So if you look at number 10, that's actually like a cafe. That's where you're meeting. That's the chai house. 14 is the cantinas, so it's right next to it. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a little breakdown here. So how we dress? What's the plan? Are you just gonna go in your fancy clothes? Because right now you've been walking around in fancy clothes eating kebabs.
They're in fancy clothes. I'm in like, a tank top and like some khakis. Like probably have grease on them or something.
Okay.
I would probably change into something more just, discreet, not quite so fancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take any precautions? Take any special items with you? Do anything special?
Oh, yes, I'm taking my fan. I always have my fan.
Oh, it's just because it gets warm.
What kind of weapons are allowed to be walking around on station with?
You can have a small arms, like a pistol, on the ship, on the station, if you are licensed. I mean, and you can just, you can do the gunner. I assume you're licensed to have a gun. That's fine.
Okay.
But you have to be licensed.
Like while we're on station, we wouldn't have to use those vent, or what are they called? The special hole. Would you use those on the station?
I mean, you would if you were being smart. The chances of punching through the hull of Coriolis station is pretty small, but if you start discharging a firearm with regular, Vulcan rounds in here, people might not be happy. So you probably do want to have those, yeah. The
flechettes.
Flechettes, yeah. I mean, you don't have to, just don't miss.
No. I have mine loaded with that. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
If not, then I was going to put the others in.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to walk around with a weapon, I mean, or if Amira thinks that she wants you to have a weapon, if you don't normally have one on you. I mean, not everybody walks around with a weapon on their side. But
how dangerous is Coriolis Station?
In where you are, not dangerous. I mean, every place is dangerous. It's a town, but if you go into the cellar, it's very dangerous. But you're not in the cellar right now. You're in the core. So, and there's guards everywhere. Like there's actually.
How common is it for people to walk around with a sidearm?
You're in the dock area, so you're going to see people because they're loading and unloading their ships, and they come on and off with weapons. Yeah, but if you're deeper into the ship, people aren't usually carrying guns around now. It's not a common thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like everybody will have one, but especially in this area, you won't be. Like if you had it on your hip at the spire, I just assumed you didn't. you know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that would have raised some eyebrows. But like, you know, where you are right now, I mean, if you look at the map, like you're literally right at the docking station, so people are coming on and off ships. So you could have it down here if you want. You could also conceal it somehow if you don't want to be seen with it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I have like cargo pants on, so I'll just like put it in one of my cargo pockets.
What kind of weapon have you got?
A Vulcan cricket
Oh yeah, it's small. Sure.
or Vulcan pistol.
A full size pistol is going to be hard to just put in your pocket. You'll have to wear like a jacket or something. But if you have a cricket, you can do it. If cricket's small.
I have a pistol right now.
Yeah, well then you're gonna have to like stash it like under a jacket or something. If you're wearing a tank top and cargo pants, you won't be able to hide it on what you wear.
Okay.
It's just too big, you know. I mean, again, you don't have to hide it. I'm just pointing it out, just so we get a feel for it. Yeah, the cricket is the baby one. That's like a little tiny gun.
Yeah. No. No. I guess if I don't feel the need to have it, I could just keep it back at my place or whatever. Like if I know it's relatively safe, I guess I wouldn't take one.
Right.
Plus, I got my robot arm, so.
Right, exactly. I mean, getting into a firefight in the middle of the station is not probably where you want to be. But, you know, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, Mira's gonna do the burra, which is very nicely tailored pants with like a skirt dress over it.
Oh, nice. Everybody has to go to the
For
clothing
beauty
page.
and movement.
Right, you go to the clothing page and everybody pick an outfit. Actually, I like the clothing page.
What page is the clothing page?
It's on. Where is that? It's
I
really
just
cool,
have it
actually.
right here, page 110.
110.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty cool because it gets you into the kind of the feel of the.
yeah.
Early in the campaign, we're trying to figure out like what you might be wearing. Those are like common dress that you could be wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not acting as a courtesan right now, so she wouldn't wear like the kaftan or the kimono at this point, probably.
So you're in
And she
Kurta
would want
and Doha?
Me, I thought the burra, which is
Burrow.
wide straight skirt over pants by both men and women. But I don't have to.
No. I was just looking at him because I was gonna say that the Kurta and Dole. That's probably what Crystal's character would be wearing. It's closest to what you're describing.
Yeah.
Kafkins are super common, of course. That's not probably most. I'm just trying to get a feel for what everybody looks like. I love all the different clothes since they're different for me. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are.
Yeah, I'll just agree. Yes.
All right. Like, I'll just whatever.
That's what I'm wearing.
I'm wearing my armor.
No, I will go with the camise, I think.
All right. Ah, yes, the camise is always nice. That's a good option.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yes.
All dressed? I don't know why we took 5 minutes to dress.
Yeah, I mean, like unless they tell me to dress nicer, I'm gonna just wear what I wear.
Wear what you wear.
Yeah. Yeah, these are just the kind of clothing that you would see on the station, so to get a feel for what it would kind of be nice. Yeah. Anyways. All right, cool. So you kind of come into as we get more and more on the actual station, I want to try to involve more of that kind of stuff. That's why I'm bringing it up. Because I think it's cool as part of the setting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you come into this place. There is a. Let me get my book, and I will give you the description of this area because it's pretty nice. Yes, I'm using the actual book. I know, it's crazy. Okay, so this is the Neoptra spaceport. It's the largest of the 4 commercial spaceports on Coriolis. It's located in the ring just below the Spice Plaza. Did I say above? It's below. It's okay, below the Spice Plaza. That makes more sense, actually. And, of course, the plaza has many connections to it via elevators, etc., etc. It's layered, with balconies and stuff. But this is probably the most common port that people come in unless you're just loading and unloading a large cargo. So this is probably the one that you come in the most often. It has white, shining floors of marble, and beautiful bas reliefs on pillars. The many balconies, as I described. The outer parts are kept practical, so by where the ships, they're just like the metal hull and stuff. So you kind of go through this like kind of industrial looking space, and then you kind of come out into this like pretty posh open areas. Of course, the custom stations are there, as noted, and of course there's everywhere on Coriolis Station you encounter your kind of general street street vendors, people trying to sell you stuff. Like there's a few areas where there's like like small rugs on the ground where somebody has their wares on it. As you walk by, they're like, oh, buy my whistle or whatever they're selling. So if you need anything kind of unusual, you get that there. And this place in particular, number 10, which is the Chai House, is so it's kind of a bustling place, as it would be. Okay, good. There's a good description here. So there's box text, because I like that. Ready? Get ready for the box text. Here it comes. All right. You sit down and get to your coffees. You're waiting for your friend at Madame Cherie's Chai House in the Noptra. The chiming of bells mark the beginning of the night watch. It is drowned out by the turmoil of the spaceport, shouting merchants, crying children, conversations in dozens of foreign languages, and high-pitched chatter of a group of Korean monkeys on the roof above you. Cheap speakers blast the segment's smash hit from the bulletin. You can make out the words, but the throbbing you can't make out the words, but the throbbing rhythm can be heard through the chaos around you. Pop music is the actual pulse of the horizon. Nor should have been here ages ago. So you're on your second coffee by now. In the brief recorded message sent to you, she sounded worried about something, which these isn't that strange. The bulletin reports almost daily about unrest, which of course you've been talking about. People blame rebels, scheming Draconites, the Legion Syndicate, all these things are being blamed for the various things going on. The mysterious emissary was, of course, came last year and has been accused of all kinds of foul play. I mean, you've seen that already in play, claiming to be the messenger, right? You sit and watch the people in the waiting hall outside the Chai House when suddenly a well-dressed woman pushes her way through the crowd, followed by angry curses. She spots you, looks around nervously, and starts running towards your table. A group of guards break out of the crowd behind her, shouting at her to stop. The woman lunges at Cyrus, grabbing hold of you, and she says to you, "You there, you're friends of Nor?" And she, "Your friend, please, I need help." And we'll leave it there.